Hi everyone. So we're going to be doing something a little different today. Probably going to be a pretty short video. And as you might notice, I'm not doing a voiceover this time. I usually do that because it's just quieter. So if you hear, chaos, dogs, cats fighting in the background, I do apologize. So anyway, let's get into it. The summer's almost over and we've been doing a ton of shopping. So the other day we decided to take a little break from all of the school supplies and take a look for some thrifting for doll clothes, vintage doll clothes specifically. Now, I was going to leave these all in the packaging as we bought them. However, on the way home, my kiddo was like, "Mom, the bag is full of crumbs." So when we got home, everything was filthy and it smelled awful. So everything went kind of into separate baking soda baths for a while just to deodorize, clean them, get rid of anything really super smelly. So that's kind of why everything I did have a look at everything already, and I do have a few regrets, but not all of them. The reason I was drawn to this particular lot is that I happened to see it was separated in two bags, of course. One of my favorite childhood dolls' dresses. A while ago, we found my old dolls at my parents' house and most of their clothes were gone. So I still have my doll. Be prepared. Minerva and I have been through a few things. So this is my childhood Peach Pretty doll. As you can see, she is in need of a reroute. She was literally my favorite doll. She spent the most time living in the dollhouse out of all of my dolls, but I have not gotten brave enough to try reroute yet. So anyway, we were lucky enough to find her beautiful gown here, and I have always loved this. You can see it comes in two pieces. I do have it clipped in the back because I will be needing to replace the elastic in both of these. So this was actually in about the best shape out of all of the clothes that we saw. I was really pleasantly surprised to see, if you can see here, let my camera focus, that this material was really popular in the 80s and early 90s, and it's in really good shape. My actual dress at home, I do know for certain, like a lot of this had rubbed off. So, kind of a good thing that we didn't find my original dress. This one is actually in better shape. We also found at least the bottom half to my 1989 Becky, she's stuck on this, Hollywood Barbie. It's Superstar, Hollywood movie actress. So I had her complete outfit. That also was missing. But in this lot, we did find her dress, the bottom half. And as you will see, the people who owned this clothing before me, apparently we had a budding fashion designer. This is not rodent damage. To me, this looks intentional, and I'm pretty sure that somebody was trying to make that into a top. And yes, Becky has a broken neck. Oh my goodness, and cut hair. Yeah, my dolls were very well loved. But a lot of this lot was in actually pretty terrible condition. So like I said, I have some regrets. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the things that were in better condition first. We did find some good finds. And then I don't really know what I'm gonna do with some of these clothes yet. So if you have any ideas, comment down below and see if you can help me out with any of this. I might try to restore a few things. I might try to just cut them apart for patterns, or I could try to salvage some of the material and make different clothing, as the person who owned these clothes before had tried to do. So this is the bottom poofy part of Dance Magic Barbie. And I was really excited to see this. I do have Dance Magic Ken, my childhood doll. And also, if you guys would like me to do a video anytime showing some of my childhood dolls, some of our current collection, comment below and let me know. So we did find, this is Superstar Ken's outfit, very, very dingy still. I'm gonna try to put this in some OxyClean. I saw something in the laundry aisle that said it was supposed to work even better than OxyClean, so we'll try that first. If it doesn't work, I might try the other stuff. At least the pants. Sorry for the dog barking in the background, but as you can see, it's going to also need some repair, mostly along the seams, so that's going to be pretty easy. I might have to add a little ribbon here, just so that when it is closed, you don't see his little booty popping out. But definitely some freight check is in order. I was pleasantly surprised though, because if you guys know anything about this 80s, 90s like faux leather, this tends to rub off really, really easily. And his is in really good shape. I was very gentle cleaning this and deodorizing it and kind of holding my breath, and it did actually turn out really well. So we have got this lovely jacket, his whole outfit. I was pretty happy with that. And now on to the clothes that are in better shape. If I can reach them behind my camera here. So some of these clothes were in better shape than others. This is from Beach Blast Ken, and we are always in need of Barbie swimsuits, especially for the Kens. It's got a little split down here, but missing a snap, but it does still fit really well. And so pretty easy fix, pretty good shape, pretty happy with this one. And then we've got a couple of pairs of leggings. Now one of these actually, I'm not sure if these came with some of the outfits that you'll see in a little bit, or if they came separate. This pair in particular really looks to me like the early 90s, oh gosh, I forget what year, but the gymnast Barbies leggings. And I know that because we have gymnast Christy, who you will see in a little bit. So those are a good find. And then this has a little bit of staining. This was from one of the All-American Barbies. So you can see here, it's in pretty decent shape. A little bit of staining kind of rubbing off there. But you know, these were meant to look stonewashed, so I am pretty happy. And I'm sorry, my camera on my phone keeps going out of focus here, so I do apologize. And then this one was from All American Barbie. We have one leg warmer, and I don't know if this happened in the bag because we have a lot of very bright hot pink items that we got in this lot. And they were kind of like that when I pulled them out of the bag. So unfortunately we've got that staining there, but we can always use this as a swimsuit as well. None of these are probably, with the exception of like the Dance Magic, are going to be worthy of like sitting on a shelf. So my kiddo's going to get to play with all of these. So on to the rest of our Mattel clothing. And this is in poorer shape. So just not sure, this looks like a general fashion pack to me. You can tell that it's Mattel. I don't know, I've seen enough Barbie clothes to just be able to tell pretty quick if it's clone or Mattel. And this looks Mattel to me, probably 90s. And it looks like it came probably from a fashion pack, just general staining, and this material's kind of fading, but probably still decent enough for her dolls to wear. And then I'm not sure if this was a fashion pack or it almost looks like maybe Cool Times or California Dream. Oh, I can't remember the line. But anyway, you can just kind of tell this is just dingy as well, even after washing. I might try some OxyClean. This is a nice cotton, kind of a broadcloth material or a quilting material, so it should hold up pretty well in the OxyClean. Might help it. And then one of these wonderful lame, also popular in the 80s and 90s. And this lame, you can see that it's rubbing off. It's kind of sticking on itself. Pretty typical for a lot of this. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. And it just kind of goes downhill from there. I think this goes with the Barbie and the Bee, and this is in decent shape. This is one of those wonderful hot pink items, that, like I said, just, I think, dyed everything in when it was in the bag. I don't know how these clothes were stored, so there's no telling. And then this has been cut. Again, I'm pretty sure that all of this goes to the Barbie in the Beat outfit because we did get that. Pretty poor shape here with this lame. It's kind of discolored, but it's still, you know, it's clean now, so she'll probably have her dolls wear it. Somebody looks like wrote an R on there. Maybe that was the initial of whoever owned these. And then out of that outfit, the worst condition. So here you can see that that faux leather did rub off of the sleeves here. This should be bright white. And this is what typically does happen with that. So like I said, that Superstar Ken tuxedo jacket, we were really lucky with that. I was really pleased with that. I might try some fabric paint on this, kind of see what we can do. Or I might try to take the sleeves off and just remake new sleeves. Be a lot more work, but probably hold up the best and look better. I don't know. Let's see, we're missing our sticker here. What would you do with this? Let me know. We just got a little headband here. All right. This is just like a little leotard, little fashion pack. It's got a big run down the middle. This, I'm guessing, is Barbie. This looks like a Barbie material to me. I have no idea what it was supposed to look like. It's pretty frayed in the back. It's been cut up, just kind of massacred. And then this broke my heart. I saw the fabric for this next one when I was looking at the bags, and I got really excited. Part of the reason I made, you know, kind of a sentimental purchase. I've been looking for this particular doll, and I saw the clothing and I thought, oh my gosh, if I ever come across the doll, I will at least have her dress. And this is how I know that we had a budding fashion designer. This is absolute tragedy. If you guys do any vintage collecting, superstar collecting, you will know. So this is what is left. This pretty iconic Loving New Barbie dress, and it is just absolutely shredded. I think somebody was trying to turn it into some kind of little mini skirt getup, and it is so sad. I am thinking all I can do with this is salvage some of these pretty hearts and try to make something from my kiddos' Chelsea dolls. There's enough to make like a little, like a Valentine's Day dress or Christmas dress for her toddler dolls, or maybe even for like Emily, Azalea's daughter, who's one of her Chelsea dolls. So that is all I can think of to do with this. I mean, I would say something about cutting up all these old clothes, but you saw my doll's hair. I mean, kids will do what they do, and that is why it is so hard as like doing adult collecting, trying to find dolls and clothing in good shape. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the non-Mattel clothing, and we'll go through that as well. It is pretty sad, some of it, so give me just a second here and I'll be right back. Okay, I kind of organized stuff, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with the homemade ones. I believe I actually have this same pattern, so this is quite lovely. Actually, this flowers maybe seem better condition or better days, but the dress itself, it's a nice green satin. This is definitely a mommy made one, and it's pretty well made, I'd say. Very nice. Got a little bit of staining there. There were a lot of like rubber bands and things stuck to these clothes, so I'm not surprised that we had some staining issues. But overall, nice kind of princessy dress my kiddo would love. Let's see, we've got a Ken outfit here, and at first I kind of thought that this might be Mattel. Just looking at this fabric, it kind of was reminiscent of some of the Ken clothes that we used to have, but I don't know, I think this one's homemade. So We've got like a little hoodie, definite 90s. Got a collar for some reason, and then some shorts. And these are in fairly decent condition. Could use a little new elastic and some trimming up of those strings, but pretty good. A good iron too. I need to iron these. This is definitely homemade, and this looks to be a nice suit jacket for Ken. Somebody even put little gold buttons on it, and this is actually in really good shape. Again, just quick iron and trimming up some of those strings. It's a nice velvet material. We flip that under a little bit too. But these pants that I'm assuming were made to go with them have blown out. So, I mean, I can try to kind of patch that or fix it. We'll see. We'll see what we can do with those. Our Kens are always in need of clothes. And then, I don't know, these might be Ken. They look like they're Barbie size to me. Definitely look like looks like it's from the 70s, maybe early 80s. Again, kind of dingy white satin. We've got this old metal snap that needs to go. And then this weird matching shirt. And I say weird because I am not digging this plastic collar. I'm assuming this is homemade. It could be from a clone doll, but it looks to me to be homemade. And then we've got a crochet dress. I've never been a big fan of these. My mom's aunts used to make me these, and I used them, but they were never my favorite because they're so thick. You just can't get around that thickness of the material because it's yarn. And so great for sweaters, not so great for things like dresses that are supposed to be fitted at the top, but it's kind of princessy shaped, so my kiddo was excited to see that. Oh, I did come across a couple more Mattel things, so this has got to be Mattel. Again, like I said, I can kind of tell by the quality of snaps, the quality of the stitching, the material used. This just screams this was actual Mattel, and it's in good shape. And then this bag here that I completely forgot we had. This little duffel bag. I don't know if this went with All Stars or not. We have another one of these lying around somewhere. So now we've got another little duffel bag. Those are always handy. And then some split out pants. Just popped a seam, pretty easy to fix. On to, okay, one more pair of green pants here. And this weird knitted shirt. I'm not sure what kind of look they were going for with this. But this appears to be homemade to me. Let me know, I mean, if you've seen that somewhere, maybe it's not homemade, maybe I'm just wrong. But it looks homemade to me. Now, we wound up with a couple of clothes that I'm not even sure that these are made for Barbie. It kind of looks like it is, but it's going to be awfully big if it is. We've got these tiny micro buttons. This material definitely looks like clone material to me. And then some pajama pants. Again with that, very typical. I remember lots of clone clothes in the 80s use this kind of material there. And then this dress is actually super cute. It threw me for a loop. At first I was thinking it was Barbie. I really don't think it's Mattel though, because again, it uses that same kind of cheaper material that was typical of the clone dresses. And I mean, to be honest, clone dresses were really nice in the 80s and 90s as well. Just kind of a higher quality in general, which is why we like to do the vintage clothes a lot. I just am not a big fan of the way that they do Barbie's clothes these days without actual details. Everything's printed on, nothing's hemmed. I'm not a big fan of that. So we've got another clone or homemade, and this one's kind of hard to tell. It's definitely not Mattel. Got kind of a popped seam there. And a Barbie white jumpsuit. This has got to be again from 70s or early 80s. And then we've got a clone dress. This lace also, this looks to me, this does not look Barbie to me. This looks clone. We had several like wedding dresses that were clone dresses, and they kind of all used this lace and then this thicker type of Velcro. Again, they were pretty well made. I mean, back in the day, clothes were just kind of made with more care for the dolls. We got that. And then another blue one, and this to me looks like it was a wedding dress that somebody dyed. I don't think this is all just damaged, just because it's so bright here. It is so bright on the threads, and then you can see how it's kind of modeled, and this looks like it might have been white and was just dyed to be this kind of seafoam green color. So here's what these are the clothes I was talking about. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these. They're really dingy and kind of yucky looking, even though they're clean. So I don't know if I should just take them apart to use for pattern pieces. I have tons of patterns already, or reimagine these, or just try to re-dye them. I don't know. Here we've got a 70s style, very 70s style clone dress, again with that same lace. That was pretty typical. And it does have completely blown out the arm here. And one more yellow one. And we've got a great big rip of the ruffle there. This actually looks a lot like an old dress I had, and it definitely was a clone dress as well. And then one more dress that came from that lot. And I almost missed this one, and that is because my daughter put it on our gymnast Christy. So it's kind of, oops, she dropped her purse. It's kind of a nice one, and this one was in good shape too. It's quite pretty. And it matches her earrings. And you guys, it took me forever to find an 87 face mold Christy that I could actually afford. She is so expensive to find in a lot of cases, at least if we relive. So love her, love her, love her. So that was that main lot. And then we did actually, I saw one more thing when we were at that store, and I ran for it specifically for the dress. So this was in beautiful shape. This is the doll that it came on in the store. Obviously this is not her dress. All my 80s kids will know this is Angel Face Barbie's gown. And it is in exquisite condition. There's like one tiny stain down here. I might try some more things to get that out. But we don't really need this doll. I think it's the 2000 ballet star Barbie. I might resell her. I do quite a bit of reselling. But she was wearing this dress, and I was like, oop, she used $3 with a dress. I can always use this beautiful dress in case we ever get an Angel Face Barbie to put up on the shelf. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my beauties back out here real quick. So we've got Becky, and I'm so happy to have part of her dress back for her, even though she's got most of her hair cut off. It's probably why her neck broke. That hair was crazy to brush as a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. And then we've got Minerva, so my Peach Pretty. And she was a JCPenney exclusive, if I remember right. And we've got most of her outfit back, which is just lovely. So kind of did a very nostalgia run for these clothes. Like I said, I paid a total of $14 for all of those clothes, and I feel a little gypped just because I'm so cheap. Like, there were a lot of really nice finds, a lot of things that are repairable, but a lot of disappointments as well. I'm usually pretty lucky thrifting. This was not one of those cases for the most part, but then again, I look on eBay and I find a lot of clothes, like just these outfits, selling for like $15-20 a piece. So I know I got a good deal. I don't know. I'm really thrifty when it comes to that sort of thing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back to some more crafting probably next week. I'm trying to post every week, kind of keep up with things. Oh, and one more thing, I almost forgot. I am really busy trying to do like Halloween things. I have about 20 videos like in progress, crafts in progress at the moment. And I also share my craft area with my kiddo because this is where Doll Town is. There is, I'm gonna try to crop out some of my mess there. There is like a horse stable under my table at the moment. Yeah. But this, I told my kiddo I would show it. She wanted to show it on YouTube. She painted this yesterday because she's so excited for Halloween coming up. And she begged me to use one of my little tea lights. So she made this little eggshell ghost. So anyway, if you guys enjoy my content, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help my channel grow so I can keep making content. It'd be great. But I hope you enjoyed going through all of these crazy clothes with me today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.